What's up, guys? AB Investments back with you. Well, unfortunately, the Bengals lost, but LA deserved it. Both teams put all their hearts out there on that field. It was very, very heartbreaking loss over the Bengals because they had it and just lost it at the end. But again, that showed how bad one team wanted it more than the other. Anyways, this is not the NFL channel. Neither that this is sponsored by it. Let's talk about what we got on our plate tomorrow, guys. So I did mention that earlier on that earlier video that we're gonna have the feds, saying and announcing what they were planning on doing. What the whole emergency meeting was about. Personally, I've seen posts about Renaissance, the hedge fund Renaissance, up in their position by a big load. It looks like the game, like what we were talking about earlier, like a few days ago, the theory of them. This look how they gauge the retail sentiment. When people started talking about this 800 candle hammer, look mainly coming from Vanguard and BlackRock, and people started buying into that. These people are gauging to that social the retail sentiment, and they're reading and they're seeing all those fears, so they're gonna feed your fears. So now even other institutes are jumping on board, up in their position by whatever amount, XY amount, 500%, 1000%, 10,000%, whatever, because they want to sell the narrative from now that the reason why this squeeze, when it squeezes, only went to 90 or 100 was because, or 80, was because, one, there was a lot of social media characters, YouTubers, that were spreading the crap about, after 73 they don't owe you anything. Doesn't matter what their agenda was. These companies, they are better at spinning the narrative to their advantage and feeding your fear through you. So they use you against you. That's it, because they can't do nothing about what you hold. All they can do is make you destroy it and destroy yourself, destroy the evidence. So two things that they're trying in this upcoming week, they're gonna try to do. One is gonna sell the narrative that you have to settle for low prices. That's what they're working on. If you don't see it coming, I'm giving you that warning from now that they're creeping on that. They started with that with small small encroachments, by first saying that it's gonna, after 73 it's not gonna, no one owes you anything, no one have lost because you got more than what you have put in. But that's not the case here, guys. It doesn't matter what we bought something for. It's not that, this is a stock market. It's not about how much you bought something that determines how much you got to sell it for. No, this doesn't make any sense. What the stock market is about is, if all the float has been bought, then the realistic price per share, which should match the market cap of the company. So if for example, if AMC was at 3.3 trillion, just go with me hypothetically speaking here, then we will be at the same evaluation as Apple, and actually Apple, or even Amazon. Does that make any sense that our stock price is at, can only go to a certain amount? No, it has to match that, and based on how much also short, first we got to get the real number. This is what a lot of people don't understand. First, the number has to match the same market cap of the company, like the company's budget, or not budget. What's the word I'm looking for here? The value of the company itself. So, like for example, look at Senmark. Terrible reports, terrible earnings, nothing even close to the stratosphere of AMC's business model and recovery from the pandemic, and their stock price is higher. 0 cents. I don't care what guru comes on whatever channel to try to explain that. No sense whatsoever. So first of all, we don't have the real price that's equivalent to the company's value, first of all. Second of all, even if we get that price, which should be anyways above the 100, like by itself, just the price of the stock, the real stock share, that by itself should be way above 100. That's one. Two, what's the short positions that's on the play? It's a lot of places, and I know, like, hypothetically speaking, I personally think that this is the most shorted ever, like, in the history of the stock market, because obviously a lot of them are not showing. You know, what you see on Ortex and TradeView, whatever, and your granddaddy's view channels, or, platforms, these are only reporting what is being reported to them. They don't have an inside where they just go in and go straight to the hub and see everything, and everybody you got to open up your vaults. We got to see how many shorts you have, and then get out and then report to you. Hell no. If anybody thinks that or selling you that, just know that they're either gullible, or they just started doing this, or they don't know shit. That's just three. As simple as that. So you can't trust these. So when they say there's about a 95 million to 120 million shorted shares, even that, as crazy as that high, that's really high. But as high as that, I don't even think that even scratches the surface of the real amount. So again, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm not influencing you here, like telling you like, oh, so hold for high numbers only, or believe in this. I'm just giving you my thoughts. Like, this is just my channel, my personal channel. I'm just giving you my thoughts, and we're growing this community, as you guys can see, rapidly. And we owe it to ourselves to just say the truth to ourselves, to the rest of the community as well, and hold each other accountable to everything. So that narrative, again, of they don't owe you after 73 anything, this is stupid to think that, because we should already be way higher than that. Forget what I bought something for. I don't care what I bought something for. If I bought a bike, like, or best example, I bought a 2022 Mustang right now, and then let's say I survive and I live 50 years from today, and I kept that car in mint condition. Do you think that same Mustang, Shelby or whatever, Cobra, 50 years later, mint condition, almost 0 miles on it, always kept it clean and spotless, do you think that if I paid $10,000, if I paid, like, whatever, again, I'm using hypothetical examples here, so don't hold me to 10,000. So we'll give it a little more close number here. So a Shelby is somewhere around 60 to 80, $90,000. So I pay $80,000 for it. You think 50 years from now it's going to be worth 80,000 or less, like how cars do these days? If you buy it today, you walk out of the lot, it's already $5,000 less. That makes no sense. Those cars are now exotic cars that are vintage cars. So that car could possibly go for 180, 200, who knows, 250 grand by then, because it's just vintage. That is what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter what you buy something for. That doesn't mean the selling price should be determined right off the bat. No. So get that out of your heads, guys. Second one is the idea of them selling that narrative that we're gonna start feeding your fear into selling short, because now they're showing you, first they got that bull crap coming out about the 73, then the second stage was Vanguard, BlackRock, little cute situation, up in by 400 or 500% their positions. Then suddenly California Teachers Fund and New York's Engineers Fund or whatever, up in their funds, and now Renaissance, they are feeding you that fear, guys, that okay, the more they're gonna do, that means they're loading up more so that they can sell at a short price, which I predict from now that that's what they're gonna do. At 100, at 80, or at 90, they're gonna have that attack. That whole attack about, oh, they're gonna wait until 250 or whatever, or 375. This is how they can make the weak heart that just relies on that info and just sets their plan based on that info. That's how they tackle that person or that mindset, because they will automatically attack way before that, and then the attacks are not going to stop. They're just going to keep going, literally going to keep coming throughout the whole squeeze. I'm not going to talk about no paper hand or diamond hand, but know what you hold and know what's your worth, and know what prices you're going to let any of these things go at. You just have to have your brackets and your strategy. I told you my personal strategy. I don't care about the others or other people's strategy, and so do you, so you shouldn't. I told you guys personally, I always just get my money's back. No matter what my investment was, I get it back, and the rest I have brackets for it. I'll see the market sentiment and how it's moving and how it's going. In the same time, it's going to be very difficult, guys, to see, because they've been drying us up for a whole year and a half. It's so hard for me to see these big people, or, well, first of all, the big people are going to go easy. They're going to sell quick. They're not pressing. But it's hard for me to see the retail investors that are holding, that have been in there for a long time, for that long, hold through and continue holding. I'm not seeing that sentiment because they've been defeating us in that psychological warfare. I hope that we can pick that up. This is, guys, why I'm talking. In this channel, this is why I try to pick up all the all the psychological feelings and everything for everyone, because again, as long as you remember that they need what you have versus you, then that should make you feel so much better, like so much more relief that you have what they need. And if that clicks for each single one of us, then who holds the power here? Again, if this was a dead play, why are we all here still? Why is this still happening? Why is AMC even still at 15 or 14 and 19 or 20? They literally, all the analysts have been saying this is worth $1 or 50 cents or stupid shit like that. So why are we still here? Why are they still holding positions? Why are they not even closing those short positions, since most of them got in at the 30s and the 40s and the 50s? I have a video for that. That's a theory no one is talking about. So I'll wrap this up right here, guys. I'm coming right back to you about that video for why no one has been covering. Much love.